What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here to listen to Monique tell us about presentation while sitting in a robe with no makeup on, no bra on, telling her sweet babies how they need to be presentable. Let's listen. I don't believe her when she says, you know how I feel about, y'all know how I feel about Monique, so we here. And, you know, over the weekend, what day was this? A day ago, she got down on the internet, on IG, and decided that she wanted to leave us a message with how to represent ourselves with pride. Show yourself that you deserve the best for yourself. I love us for real is the caption. And here's the message.
Hey, my sweet babies. So, it took me a minute to say what I'm getting ready to say because I want to make sure I'm not saying it in judgment. And I want to make sure I'm saying it from a place of love.
Hypocrisy.
Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie. And I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie got to talk to her babies and say some real shit. So, yesterday, I was in the airport in Atlanta because I'm in Jackson, Mississippi now at Chuckles Comedy Club, right? And we got 3 shows tonight. We got a matinee at 5:30, then we got 7, then we got 10, right? And I'm excited. I always love going to the stage. So when we got to the airport yesterday, I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get him in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many.
Now, mind you, Monique, in this present moment, while she is giving us a course on respectability politics, has on no makeup. I'll say it again. No makeup, no bra, some tired ass robe, hair not done. But you're going to sit up here and talk about how people present themselves in the airport. In the airport, where you don't know where people are coming or going to, coming from. You don't know how long they've been on an airplane. I'm sorry, but we're not going to be dressed like on Easter Sunday's best when we're going to an airport and have to fly out at crazy hours. You might see people in their pajamas. You might see people with pillows. You might see people with full blankets.
Actually, too many to count and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport.
So Monique is basically telling you that in order for you to get the respect that you deserve, you need to present yourself in a particular way. And if you are going to be a queen, that you see, this is where you lose me. Because this idea that your queendom is something that is deserved, or your queendom is something that you earn, when in actuality, your queendom is your birthright. So whatever personality that you have, however way you present yourself, it is your birthright to be a queen. And I do not like this thing that we do to each other constantly. Black people, men and women. We align specific behaviors with an idea of what a king is supposed to be and what a queen is supposed to be. And a lot of the times, the characteristics that are aligned with being a queen come from this prim, proper, regal behavior. The queens I know ask for their heads to be sent to them on a platter when the job is done. Off with his motherfucking head. Those are the queens I fucking know. And it don't matter what you wear. It don't matter what you look like. Being a queen is a birthright, not something that you get from somebody based on how you dress walking through an airport, what you wear in public. Now, for me, that's not how I choose to represent myself because of how I feel about myself. But have I gone out with slippers on? Absolutely. So my Adidas slides? Absolutely. I've gone out the house with them. Have I been in an airport with very comfortable clothing and flip-flops? Yes. Have I seen people with full blankets looking like Linus walking through the airport? Absolutely. You don't get to sit up here looking like Sunday after 3 o'clock and tell people how they need to present themselves. How dare you? I was thinking to myself, is she doing a skit? Is this supposed to be a bit? Because it would be funny if she did it on stage and add a little spice and a couple of cuss words. It would be great. But to sit here looking like this, in typical auntie, oh, you know, you got to be presentable because the men, they won't respect you if you're not presentable, queen. And then you hit me with a queen to make me feel some kind of way. Honey, off with his head. That's the queens I rock with.
And I've been seeing it, not just at the airport. I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and their slippers. And the question that I'm having to you, my sweet babies, when did we lose?
My sweet babies is patronizing. I don't believe a word of it. I don't believe a word of it. I feel like it's like a crook trying to sell me an old raggedy car. I'm sorry.
Pride in representing.
What happened to your pride in representing yourself? You know what happened? Black people are tired of respectability politics. And black people know no matter what we do and how we act and how, whatever way you want us to act, we are still going to be treated the same way. How you dress and how you present yourself is not how you should be treated. Because if you're saying that you have to be presentable in order to get this, what happens when I'm not presentable? Is it okay that I'm disrespected? Is it okay that I'm disrespected because I have on pajamas and a bonnet? I'd like to know. Is it okay to be disrespected?
Ourselves. When did we step away of let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home?
There's nothing wrong with being presentable when you leave your home. But what is presentable for me may not be presentable for Monique. It may not be presentable for Lisa. It may not be presentable for Brenda. It may not be presentable. But you don't get to tell me what's presentable. I represent myself how I want to. In an airport, I couldn't believe that she was like in an airport of all places. You don't know how long a person has been traveling. You don't know what kind of layover they done just had. You don't know. And you say you want to tap someone on the shoulder and tell them that they need to have more pride in themselves when they leave the house. Are you ready to get cussed out? Because that's what's going to happen, Monique. That's what's going to happen, sweet baby.
Make sure I'm representing the family I created so that if I'm out in the street, I look like I have pride in myself. And I'm not saying no full face of makeup. I'm not saying no full front lace frontal. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is, could you please comb your hair? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough shit out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing, someone would have to ask you to know that you had it.
So you're telling me that based on the way that I'm dressed tells you whether or not I have pride in myself. Girl, if that isn't the most delayed shit I have ever seen in my life. But it's people like that. Like, it's literally people walking around telling people that you have to dress a certain way in order to receive a certain level of respect. And if you dress a certain way, then it is okay for people to disrespect you because you are showing them that you don't respect yourself based on what you're wearing. So this can also be in the same vein as, well, you know, she was sexually assaulted. She shouldn't have had on that mini skirt and her bikini top. She shouldn't have had that on. So she got sexually assaulted. Maybe if she was wearing something else, she would have presented herself better and been respected better. Do you see how problematic that is? While I understand, have pride in how you leave your home, but that's a self-policing thing. You don't get to police other people, and you don't get to tell other people that they need to leave the house and be presentable for their families. You don't know who their families are. They could come from fucked up families that they don't want to represent well. Y'all have to get out of there. So many black people, and I know so many black people who do not do things in their lives that are self-fulfilling because they're afraid of what their family will think. And they live these restrictive binary lives because they're afraid of what their family will think. They feel like they can't represent their family. Meantime, the family don't give a fuck about them.
Sweet babies, for the ones that do call me auntie, I love you for real. Even the ones that don't, I love y'all asses too. But the babies that say auntie to me, please listen to auntie. Always have pride in your representation of you. It's not to get a man. It's not.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's just your representation of you.
Let me tell you something. We know what the underlining message is here. It's respectability politics. And I think so many of us have decided that we are going to present for ourselves. We are going to walk out for ourselves, but we're not going to police other people. You're not going to police other people. I feel like this should have been a bit. I think she could have made a joke out of this. It would have been funny. But to come on here looking the way you do. And it's so funny that somebody named Simi Moonlight with a blue check mark says, like, is this satire? You're literally in a robe, no bra, hair not done, talking to the public about presentation. Please tell me this is a joke and you're trying to prove a point. The audacity, right? The hypocrisy of it. You're sitting here looking like you just got off a 12-hour flight, trying to tell people how to dress in the airport and in public. I get what you're trying to say, but girl, you can't do that. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. You guys let me know what you guys think. Let's listen to her.
I'm just giving y'all a warning.
She's giving you a warning. Listen, something. Let me tell you. If you walk up to me and tell me that you don't like how I'm dressed and that I should have more respect for myself based on what I have on, you're going to get your ass cussed the fuck out. You will. You will. And you better receive it. The same way you think I should receive your policing. Put your fucking badge away, bitch. You got a lot of nerves. You are the wrong messenger for this. The wrong messenger for this. Anybody would be the wrong messenger. You don't get to tell people that they need to represent themselves in a way. Honey, looking like this, that's the gag. You look like this, telling people how to present themselves. Girl.
In the streets, in the airport, in the Walmart, and you got a bonnet on, and you got slippers on, and you looking like, what the fuck? Nikki gonna tap you and say, hey, baby girl, show you what you worth. Show you what you deserve. So all of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen, well, can we start putting it into action?
I come from queens that will ask for the head. So it's no presentation here. You get what you get. Being a queen is my birthright. If I'm going to go down that path, if I'm going to ascribe to those things, that's my definition of a queen. You ever heard of those queens?
So I'm asking out, why is this?
And Queen Elizabeth, if we really want to get down to it, honey, with her little pillbox hat and her little purse and everything like that, is one of the most violent people in history. what she represents, right? But she's dressed so cute, isn't she?
Sisters, when we see our little babies out there looking like they just don't care, and I'm not saying y'all don't, it looks like it. Can we just tap them and say, baby girl,
you're going to get a lot of people cussed out.
More than what you're showing.
Off with his
Represent
head.
you with pride, my
A
babies.
queen.
And
that's the main reason why I made this shirt. Because I'm so tired of people ascribing these characteristics of queendom to this prim and proper ladylike image of I don't know what the fuck. But you don't get to tell me. If I'm a queen, I wish you would come and tell me how I need to present myself. Get her. When she leaves out of here, don't even let her make it to the gate. Get her head for me. Get her head. Walk up to somebody. While I get what she's trying to say, you, my dear, and how you're presenting at this very moment, out of order and hypocritical as hell.
Part of us helping our community. Because if you look like
this idea, if you look like something, niggas get shot in basketball jerseys, in suits. They get pulled over for the kind of cars they have. It doesn't matter how many commas you have in your bank account. It does not matter if you have on a suit and tie with an ascot and a pocket square and everything else. It does not matter how you dress. People are going to treat you how they want to treat you. It doesn't matter.
you don't give a damn.
And if I'm walking around town and it looks like I don't give a damn, maybe I don't give a damn. And come to me and tell me about how I need to dress. And you gonna see how much of a damn I give. I can't believe that she's even doing that anyways. This is Monique. This is who she is. This is who she is. This is who she is. Auntie, you got the aunties like this. They'll tell you what you need to have on and how you need to present yourself while on the internet looking like motherfucking Mammy Monique. That's what you fucking look like. I'm all for representing yourself the way that you want to represent yourself. And if that means that you have on a bonnet and some slippers, then that's how you want to represent yourself. Do I choose to represent myself that way? No. Do I have a problem with anybody else representing themselves that way? Absolutely not. Because I know it doesn't change how people receive you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace. Let me know what you think about this mess. I got about 1 minute left, but y'all let me know what you think about it. Get down in the comments. Peace. Wait a minute. See, I had stopped the video, but I got to this part and she says, when I say, hey, queen, I can only say it to the sisters it belongs to. So you're telling me that you get to tell me whether or not I'm a queen. Girl, fuck you. That's it. That's all I got to say. Peace.